Ugh. Hello. I'm the awful chef. I'm hungry, so I better cook something. Okay. This show is supposed to be about barbecuing a steak. Heavily marinated, caramelized fat, just the right amount of charcoal, how to do it, how to be fire safe. And then God decided to make it rain, or pardon me, snow. So, in April, just before Easter, in California, it snows. So we're doing an indoor show. What do I got? Well, it's a big, sexy show. So I got a nice and big, sexy steak. Saw that at the market and could not resist. Yesterday, I pulled that out of the wrapping, coated it with garlic salt, black pepper, and set it in the fridge to just dry and be ready for us later tonight. Wait a minute, later tonight? I'm not showing it to you now? No. I have at my disposal sort of a restaurant quality sauce. Let me show you what we got here, and you'll be impressed. It's basically going to be a cheese sauce made with gorgonzola and red wine. So, butter. Let's start that melting. Yeah, gorgonzola wine sauce to put over a steak. I'll show you the basics. When the steak cooks, we will, of course, add its juices to the sauce and integrate that. But this is what you can make up ahead of time and have ready. So, what do we got? Wine. This is a wine I like to drink. Put it in the pan and reduced it by about 2/3. Slowly. In this show, we usually just do things quick. Just toss, toss, toss. But this time, we're making a sauce. And we're going to do it slowly. We are also going to be making a blue cheese salad dressing. Oh yeah, the Stinky cheese show. So, what do I got? Well, for the salad dressing, I have way too much blue cheese sitting in oil, basically degrading, biodegrading, becoming a sticky, icky, gooey mess. It's going to be wonderful for salad dressing. To go with that, I have a little bit, just a little bit, of pressed garlic in olive oil. We'll be using the French style mustard. Oh, that's a surprise. Some chives, freeze-dried chives. I confess they work really well. And our magic ingredients are sour cream for creaminess and apple cider vinegar. Just a hint. You want the extra sweetness. Okay, so we are going to be doing that cooking show thing and bouncing back and forth between recipes as things cook. Okay, I have some lightly melted butter. That's perfect. And while that continues melting, let's get back to the salad dressing. So, blue cheese, garlic. Oh yeah, that's horrible stuff. Olive oil. Let's throw in some chives, just a sprinkle. Completely invisible to the camera behind the refrigerator here in my giant YouTube kitchen. A little bit of classic red wine vinegar. As I nervously watch my butter melt gently. Okay. Surprisingly enough, a little bit of French mustard goes into this. Oh, hello, I'm still here. Yeah, I gotta get a better camera, better kitchen, all of that stuff. So a little bit of French style mustard, not gray Poupon, darn it. And let's try to mix that. And it's not going to mix very well because the cheese is still very solid. Okay, and my butter's melting quite nicely. Okay, so what you want to do is start this early in the morning or early in the day. Oh, and that way we can let things sit together. A splash of apple cider vinegar. And my butter is melting behind me. Yes, I'm hiding behind the refrigerator in my giant YouTube kitchen. Okay. And a squirt of sour cream. Just a little bit of that. Yeah, just a little bit of that. You may wish to substitute mayonnaise. That's up to you. I like sour cream for this. Okay. And the magic ingredient in this salad dressing is thyme. Because we've got to let it sit, let the cheese soften, and integrate. Oh my heavens. That does need a little bit of black pepper though. Okay, I am browning my butter nicely while I make a salad dressing. Okay. And that is starting to look like a good creamy blue cheese. With hints of garlic. And can we see this? Of course not. Oh, there we go. So there you go. Homemade blue cheese salad dressing. Now, let's make a crazy homemade blue cheese steak sauce, or Gorgonzola. Do not confuse the two. They have a very different flavor. So, let's saute up some garlic. Way too much. Very gently chopped garlic. In butter. So I have brown butter, garlic, a little extra olive oil for this one. Oh yeah, we are foaming. Okay, I'm going to cheat and do things a little bit different and start adding the flour thickener now. And you're thinking, wait, that's normal because you're making a roux. Well, yeah, it kind of is. But I'm using that Wondra Flour, which means I can add it later. Pardon me, I had to go get someone. And still have a wonderfully thickening sauce. Okay, oh my. Let me show this to you and you'll see why I'm laughing. Or giggling, I should say. I have a wonderful brown butter. Not brown roux, but brown butter roux with garlic soaking in it. And the smell out of there is just mind-numbingly wonderful. So, let's turn that down. Okay, Gorgonzola cheese. It looks a lot like blue cheese, but the taste is very, very different. Let's throw in a nice big slug of that. And what we want to do is kind of melt that into the butter. Okay, I have to get that off the heat or I'm going to end up with seared gorgonzola. Ouch. Yes, kitchens are hazardous at times. You have a lot of hot substances moving around. Okay, good. That is melting and integrating with the butter to create a smell that is just unbelievable in here. You know, let me try moving the camera. This is one of those days where nothing I do is going to work out right. But what do we expect? You know, it's snowing in April in California. So why on earth should we expect anything else to go right? Okay, good. There is still a good-sized chunk of Gorgonzola that I'm kind of afraid to break up because it'll splash hot butter all over me. So let's add the wine. Again, this is just regular wine that was reduced by a third, slowly cooked off. Okay. There we go. Let's integrate the wine, the roux, the garlic, and the Gorgonzola cheese. And now we need to turn up the heat to melt the cheese a little. Okay, good. The cheese is softening. Now, as stated, this can be made hours ahead. And in fact, I am making it hours ahead. And once the steak is cooked, I will simply add the fat to this to add a depth of flavor. Okay, the wine, which was red, is now pink from the Gorgonzola and the flour and the butter. It's also very full of garlic. Okay. So how did we do? Oh my heavens. That is indescribably delicious. It is not the flavor you expect. And in fact, I'm going to add more cheese. Yeah, throw that into the hot sauce, just like that. Doesn't make any sense at all, but it works. Oh, I swear that's why I cook, is just so I can taste. All right. Oh, the depth of flavor in that is just indescribable. Now comes the sad part. Because we are Americans accustomed to restaurant food, that wonderful sauce does not taste like a beef sauce. So a little bit of beef stock concentrate will, of course, do the trick. This part is entirely optional. But when cooking for Americans like me, it is one of those things. Every restaurant throws it in, and so every American who ever eats at a restaurant expects that kind of flavor. Okay. So between the cheese and the flour, this is a very thick sauce, cooking down nicely. The beef stock concentrate is adding a wonderful color. Okay, now. Oh, no, don't make this at home. Don't ever make this at home. Whatever you do, don't make this at home. It will ruin you forever. So I'm going to let this cook down a little bit. It could use a little bit of black pepper. And believe it or not, a hint of salt. Gorgonzola cheese is loaded with salt. Beef stock concentrate is loaded with salt. But we still needed just a hint of salt. Okay. Oh, that is a very high potency sauce. So I'm not going to try to lift a giant pan full of hot steak sauce, but I do want to give you some idea of the color on this. And so we have that. And we also have a Stinky blue cheese salad dressing. Okay, you cannot see it at all, but it's in there. So, blue cheese salad dressing, what's in it? Blue cheese, oil, let it soak. A little bit of garlic, I put it through the garlic press this time. So you have a hint of garlic. Freeze-dried chives, red wine vinegar, a hint of French mustard, sour cream for the creaminess, and the magic ingredient, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and some black pepper. So, salad dressing, steak sauce, Gorgonzola cheese, not blue cheese, oil, garlic, cooked down red wine, butter, flour, little salt, little pepper, beef stock concentrate, and that's it. Those are the two sauces that will be adorning my steak, baked potato, and salad tonight. So thank you. I'm the Awful Chef. I encourage you to try these. It takes time. Cooking down the wine until it's about 1/3 on a low heat is a patient process, but the rewards are just undescribable. So that's it. Thank you. I'm the Awful Chef. Please, as this is social media, we must be social, so please subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.